My name is Peter Karlin. I'm with Mortgage World Bankers. I love what I do because it's really helping people get into a home, right? It's one of the biggest purchases that you'll ever make in your life. A little bit about my background. I've worked in the financial services industry for about 25 years. I worked for investment banking companies, and I've worked for debt-related companies. Now I'm working in the mortgage industry. Well, let's talk about the types of mortgages that we have in today's marketplace. The most common are FHA, conventional, jumbo, VA, and then we have, of course, ARMs, which are adjustable rate mortgages versus fixed rate mortgages. An adjustable rate mortgage is exactly what it sounds like. The rate adjusts. And usually adjustable rate mortgages, of course, carry a lower interest rate because they're a little more risky. But that adjustment period could be after 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. You have fixed rate mortgages that last for the entire life of the loan, which could be a 30-year loan, a 20-year loan, a 15-year loan. And that's really based upon what you can afford and what you're eligible for. Those are the two big things you should be looking for when you're looking for a mortgage, is what's comfortable for you. And it's not only what you're eligible for, there is eligibility, but you also want to look to your own financial situation and say, what am I comfortable in paying on a monthly basis? What type of mortgage works best for your situation, right? Because that's most important. We really have to look at the whole scenario. A good mortgage loan officer will look at your scenario. They want to find out your goals, your needs, what you can afford, what you're eligible for. Do you want a one-family house? Do you want a two-family, a three-family? Do you want a condo, a co-op? Do you plan on staying in that home for an unlimited amount of time? The average time that they'll stay in a loan is about 7 years before they'll actually either sell it or refinance. What a good mortgage person will do, and what Bronx Experts does, looking for a home for you or selling a home for you, is the inquiry stage. You know, frequently I get, what's my rate? What's the best rate? We need to look at a scenario before we can give you a rate. And by the way, don't get sold on rates so quickly. You know how gas prices change at the pump on a daily basis? Well, rates change on a daily basis. In fact, rates change during the day, intraday. So what today's rate is for your situation may be different than the rate tomorrow. So that's something to keep in mind. Well, the first thing I would suggest to you is to get a pre-approval. A full financial analysis to see where you stand. What does that include? That includes your last 2 years of tax returns, last 2 months of bank statements, which includes checking, savings, any bank statements that you have, last 30 days of pay stubs. We'll want to run a credit report. From the beginning of when you sign disclosures to the point where you close should happen within 30 days. Now, there are things that can delay that. There could be issues with the property itself, title issues when you run the title report. There could be liens against the property, which will hinder things. There could be things on your credit report that need to be repaired. You know, we may need to send you to a credit repair person or give you some suggestions on how to raise your scores so we can do a loan for you. Another thing that could delay the process is verification of employment or verifications that we can't, for whatever reason, get to your HR person. I mean, there are various things that can come up in a loan, what we call debt to income ratio. Maybe, you know, your debt is too high and we have to figure out solutions around that. A good loan officer will anticipate any issues up front. Now, why you might want to go with myself and my company, Mortgage World Bankers. We're a banker broker. Okay, so you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting a private lender that lends our own money, as well as the option of going to another bank, one of our banking partners, if we see that it's better suited for your need. You've heard it before, but I'm going to say it again. Do we give great service? Of course we do. We have our processors and underwriters in-house, which gives us the ability to work with them directly on some issue of your loan. If you're a first-time home buyer, the first thing you want to do is take a look at your financial standing so that you have an understanding of what's available to you. You want to know what your down payment, what you could afford for a down payment, what you could afford for a monthly payment. That's full mortgage payment. That includes principal, interest, homeowners insurance, taxes, and in some cases will be mortgage insurance. And mortgage insurance usually hit with if you're putting down less than 20% on a down payment. Once you start taking the steps and actually proceeding forward, it becomes a little less scary. And hopefully it'll become a really enjoyable process, because it's wonderful to buy a home, and it's this amazing feeling of buying your first home. So good luck. I'm happy to answer any and all questions that you may have for me, and I work with a great team of people at Mortgage World Bankers. So if I'm not available, there's many other people here that can help you out. And just to answer questions, we like to educate our clients. We like people to be educated about the process, because it makes our job easier as well. So if you ever want to give us a call, you can check us out on the internet. We're at mwbankers.com, mwbankers.com, and we'd love to hear from you. So feel free to give us a call anytime.